Hey guys, it's Cheryl with Magical Melody, and I'm here with my week 49 post-op VSG update. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on January 5th, 2017 with Dr. William Steely at Tenova Healthcare. My highest weight ever was I keep going saying one. Yo, my highest weight was 250.4. Day of surgery, 241.4. Last week, I said I was 149.6, I think. I don't even really remember, but I do remember the 0.6 was from the day after where I had started the 3-day all liquid diet, and I was 147.6. This Thursday I was 148.8. I did not weigh yesterday, and I decided this week, for a couple of reasons, that I'm not going to do like an official weigh-in this week, because yesterday I had to be up really early. I got up at like 6 o'clock, and I had to hurry up and get dressed and do my makeup and stuff like that. The kids' Christmas program was yesterday, and then after that we had gone to get pizza, and we were at CC's, and I did eat a salad. I didn't sit there and just eat all pizza. I had a salad and I had a bowl of soup. I did have one small piece of pizza, and I think like one piece of pepperoni bread with the cheese inside the crust. But then later yesterday afternoon, I saw my older daughter, and I had pizza with her. So I ate like crap all day yesterday. So that's why I just decided not to do an official weigh-in. I'm gonna take today and tomorrow to kind of get rid of all the bloat and whatnot from all that. I did notice that the day after I told you that I got down to 147, the next day, I have no idea how this happened, but I was a whole 149.9. I freaked out. I was like, how did that happen when all day long I've been drinking nothing but protein shakes and water, basically? And Kyle just said, yeah, well, it's probably because of all the liquids. You drink a lot of liquid like that, it kind of reflects on the scale sometimes. You have a lot of liquid. But what I also noticed is I was kind of constipated. For some reason lately I've been having problems still with constipation, even though I'm doing everything that I'm doing for constipation. I'm still having problems. So I'm gonna have to increase my fiber or something, because I also noticed this morning, last night whenever I got back home from all that mess that I did yesterday, I was 151. Well, I also noticed from looking at the mirror, I was also very bloated. I also noted that yesterday or the day before I did not have a bowel movement. So this morning I got up and had a bowel movement, and that normally doesn't happen. I usually don't have one whenever I first get up in the morning, but I did this morning. So then out of curiosity I got on the scales to see what I would be after that, and I was 149.8. So, and last night, to be specific, it was 151.9, I believe. So I got rid of this morning. I got rid of 2 pounds worth of bathroom. So yeah, that's where I've been. But yeah, I think part of my problem too is that, like I said, I'm still having issues with constipation. Maybe I have to look at increasing my fiber a little bit more. I did try to cut back on my fiber. I take, I'm gonna have to move my camera because it's actually leaning up against it. Oops, sorry guys. I take Benefiber. This is the best thing for me for fiber supplement and to relieve constipation. I take that. I take a probiotic that's from Walmart. GNC has good probiotics, but they want a lot more money for them. And then I take these stool softeners. I take around 2 to 3 of them in the morning and 2 to 3 of them at night before I go to bed. After you've had the surgery, the constipation is real. It really is. I've had a lot of problems with it. I take 3 of these in the morning when I wake up. And then I take this at least twice a day, but I think I'm going to have to increase it back to 3 times a day like I was. Because there's been some times this week where I haven't been able to have a bowel movement. So, yeah. Anyway, you know, that's how my week has been going. I would say that the all liquid diet did help me quite a bit this week, considering everything. I mean, despite to everything that has happened with it, I think it did still help me out a lot. You know, obviously after yesterday, I'm definitely going to do 2 days of eating lightly and mostly liquids, just to try and, you know, help my body get rid of all that. So that's where everything is. Pretty soon I'm going to film a video that's going to be a little bit different. I'm a huge fan of the Jeffree Star Cosmetics. So as soon as all my orders come in, because he had a massive Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale that I did take advantage of, and he just had a sale yesterday. So as soon as all my orders come in, I will be filming a Jeffree Star Cosmetics Christmas 2017 haul. So if you like him, that might be something that you're interested in. And as what I was saying last week about the unflavored protein powder, I did try that stuff that I showed you last week, the plant-based unflavored protein. It is very good. I just don't like how you have to have 2 scoops of it though to make a whole 24 grams of protein. That's more of one that I use to put in my food, and it gives me 12 grams. Hello VSG 2016 sent me this Isopure, and I really appreciate that. I did use it this morning whenever I made my oatmeal, and I couldn't taste it. It didn't taste bad at all. It just has no flavor at all. So far so good on this, and thank you very, very much, Michelle, for sending me that. I really appreciate it. So other than that, this week, you know, I've been pretty busy. Next week I'm going to be pretty busy too, because my kids have some doctor's appointments and whatnot that I have to be there for, and stuff like that. So it's just a lot going on, you know, before the Christmas holiday comes and everything like that, you know. So I'm going to be pretty busy. I'm going to edit that Christmas program that I went to see yesterday at their school. Once I edit it and get it all ready to go, I will upload it on my YouTube channel so that you can enjoy watching that. It was a lot of fun. Some of mine, though, I'm going to have to cut some out of it because people kept walking in front of me and disturbing the quality of my recording, so I'm going to have to cut some of that out. When I do post that video, I will post a link to the web page where you can go watch it in its entirety without any interruptions. And I almost forgot that this Thursday I posted some before and after pictures of myself on Facebook to show where I was and where I'm at now, which I'll include here in this video. So the picture got more than 15 likes and reactions from people. A couple of people commented. And then there was this other lady who commented and said, "You look nice, but be careful because it's also unhealthy to weigh too much less or to be too small," or whatever. I can't remember exactly how she worded it. People who saw it, who watch my YouTube videos, also probably know what I'm talking about because they probably saw it. I can't go back to it because I actually deleted the comment, and I should have been smart and I should have actually screenshot it so that I could maybe include it. And the reason I wanted to bring it up is because it just kind of bothered me. Why would she be concerned about my health now, other than to look at me and be one of those people to think that I'm too skinny? And I told her that. I said, you may as well have just told me that I was too skinny. This person, I do know for a fact, also suffers from weight issues. You know, so there's probably a part of it where she's jealous or she's upset for whatever reason, that she feels cheated, that she doesn't have the same thing that I have, or because she can't lose her weight or whatever. And I came back at her and I said, well, you know, and I wasn't rude. I just said I find it awfully offensive for you, you know, to say something like that. I get monitored by my doctors. They test my blood work. They check me over. I'm fine. I could actually lose another 10 to 15 pounds and still be okay. And they're all very, very happy with where I am. So she came back again and said, well, I'm sorry it offends you. I was just concerned about your health, and I'm sorry that that offends you. Well, I said, you know, I don't think it's your place, basically, to be concerned about my health. Because before, I was pre-diabetic. I had high blood pressure. I forgot to mention it in my comment, but my periods were also irregular. My electrolytes were always low, and my kidney function was low. So I was having a lot more health problems then than I am now. Now all my blood levels are normal. I don't have high blood pressure anymore, and my sugar levels are not coming back high. I wasn't officially diagnosed with being pre-diabetic, but I bet that if I were tested, I probably would have been found to be pre-diabetic, because even in the hospital when I had my surgery, my sugar kept coming back at 150 and 170, and they all kept asking me, did I have diabetes? And I said, no, I don't. You know, and the only thing that we could come up with is, at the time, it may have been the IV fluids that they were giving me. But she came back a couple of hours later to test my sugar and was still kind of high. So, you know, that's why I say, I bet you, you know, that I probably was pre-diabetic. I wouldn't doubt it. So I said, you know, I'm doing a lot better now. All my blood levels are now normal, whereas before I had a lot of stuff going on. My health was very quickly declining as a result of my weight. And then she came back again and said some other stuff. She said, well, I had friends who lost a lot of weight and then became obsessed with weight loss and became now, you know, malnourished and low iron and blah, 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 blah. And I said, well, again, my doctors monitor all that, and I have requirements that require me to take certain supplements on a daily basis to help me, to keep me from becoming malnourished, since they removed 80% of my stomach. Either this lady doesn't understand what I had done, or she doesn't care. I have had issues with her in the past with coming at me, you know, with weight loss stuff before, and I've had trouble with her in the past trying to critique my makeup, because I do post a lot of my makeup looks that I do on Facebook and Instagram. And she has had things to say too with that. If she comes at me again, I'm gonna block her. I mean, I haven't done that so far. I've been trying to just blow it off and move on, but it's getting a little bit old. I haven't really taken the action in blocking her just because she's a friend of my mom's and another friend that lives with my mom. She's good friends with them and stuff, you know. So I've known her for a few years. I don't want to be like that, but at the same time, if she keeps coming at me with stuff, I'm gonna have to, because it's one of those things. I mean, I think she's jealous. I think she's a hater. And I basically had to delete everything, you know, because it wasn't fair to everybody else who had looked at that post and watched it to have to see her and I go back and forth. And I know a lot of people would just say, well, ignore her. But at the same time, I had to go around with her a few months ago concerning my weight loss. And like I said, either she doesn't get it or she doesn't care. And I think part of it is that she just doesn't get it. So that's why I took the time to try and explain to her different things, because like she just is clueless. Before I had the surgery, she came up and said, well, don't get the mesh. And I said, what? They don't put mesh in your stomach. Do you even know what I'm having done? I have 80% of my stomach took out. Excuse me. You know, she just has no idea. And I really get sick of people like that. I've had to put family members in their place a few times with some things that they've had to say. And you know that from past videos, like the time when I was out of town and my mom's friend said, well, let's wait until she comes back, you know, so that she can eat normal again. And what he meant by that was so that I would be able to eat more, and so that I would be able to eat anything I want to. I'm never going to be able to eat any more than maybe 5 or 6 ounces of food. And I have nutrition guidelines that I have to follow for the rest of my life. A lot of sacrifices that I had to make, and that'll never change. And I told him that. He said, well, see, you're never going to be able to eat blah, 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 and blah again? I said, no, I'm not. I'm required to stay away from certain things. And I'll never be able to have it again. And it doesn't bother me. You know? It doesn't. Some of the things that I can't have anymore, I'm actually really glad, because I actually don't crave it. One thing that I forgot to mention a couple of weeks ago was that when I was with my daughter, she had given me some candy from out of her Halloween bucket. And it was like those little mini bite-sized candies, like Three Musketeers. And they tasted terrible. I mean, I can't even find the words to describe how nasty they tasted. I have not had a candy bar since before my surgery, because beginning last November 2016, I began weaning myself off of all that junk before I had my surgery, because I knew that once I had the surgery, I wouldn't be allowed to have it anymore. And I was instructed by my surgeon in August, whenever he did my endoscope, he said, start cutting soda out of your diet. So I haven't had soda since August of 2016. And I haven't had a candy bar since before my surgery. And since then, I have only allowed like a small piece of birthday cake and a little bit of ice cream. And probably the most sugary thing that I've had outside of that was the Marie Callender's mini chocolate satin pie. Like, they're like that big around, because I get like the single serve when I have it, because I don't want to buy a whole big pie and then have it stick in my refrigerator because I go eat it, because I just will. I mean, I have a weakness for that stuff, so I kind of try to keep it out of the house. and I get stuff that I'm allowed to have. I'm no longer used to that real sweet taste. You know, so what I was trying to point out by that whole explanation was that some things that I'm required to keep out of my diet, I'm glad, because I don't want it anymore. I don't crave it. It doesn't bother me to go without it. I don't get bothered by the fact that I can't have a soda. There was one time back in, I think, April, that we were out and Kyle had a Diet Coke. It was before he had his surgery, so I think it might have been like February or March. I don't remember exactly when it was, but my mouth was dry and I just wanted a sip of something to wet my mouth, and he had a Diet Coke. And just like a month or two after my surgery and not having soda, that Diet Coke was the worst tasting thing I ever had in my life. It just tasted awful. Ugh. And I mean, carbonation, I had it one other time when my mom was here because of, I think I told you about it, was some kind of sparkling mango thing. And I just took a taste of it and I wasn't able to belch all the, you know, gas bubbles and everything out that stuff gave me. So yeah, I mean, I think it was my 6-month update that I mentioned that mango stuff. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad. I mean, and I just feel bad for the people who want to hate on me because they see my progress and for whatever reason wish that they had the same thing, or for whatever reason hate the fact that I got something out of it that they didn't, or whatever, and think that they have to come and be, you know, health police or come and give me advice that they have no business giving me. It's none of their business, you know, and it just kind of bothered me. And I know that we all get haters. I know that we all deal with that from time to time. You know, that I'm saying, I mean, if this woman ever comes at me again with anything, she's getting blocked. I'm not going to put up with that crap, regardless of whether she's friends with my family or not. That's crazy. I'm doing pretty well this week other than all that. I really don't have much else to say. I didn't want to miss coming in to give you guys some kind of an update and, you know, let you know where everything's at, though. So if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any future videos, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And thank you to all of my new and old subscribers for your support. It means a lot to me. A huge, huge, great deal. So I will keep you guys posted. I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy your weekend.